Welcome back to Insight. I'm here with Dave Farnbauch from Sweeney Law Firm. We're going to update you now on a case that we've talked about before against the VA. About a year and a half ago, there were a number of news reports about cases that you filed against the VA in connection with surgeries performed by the pediatrist, Dr. Bradley Hammersley. So update us on the cases against Dr. Hammersley.
Well, it's true, Charity. We have talked before on Insight, and actually we've had some of our clients who are patients of Dr. Hammersley on Insight. So a lot has transpired in the last year and a half. I would say the first year of the case, we spent a lot of time, and it's not just our firm. There are, I believe, 11 or 12 other lawyers that have cases arising from Dr. Hammersley's care. And the first year, we spent a lot of time in the court system litigating the issue of the statute of limitations, because a lot of this care was provided back in 2012, 2013, 2014 timeframe. So we had to sort of work through the statute of limitations issues. So now we've sort of, still dealing with the statute of limitations on a small percentage of the cases, but most of the cases are going to survive a challenge on the statute of limitations grounds, and we're now getting into sort of the substance of the claim. Was there malpractice, and what are we going to try to do in the court system to get these cases resolved or get them set for trial? So that's sort of where we're at right now.
So I think this is a good example of how it works. People think, well, I have an issue against this physician. Shouldn't it be a, quick and easy thing? It's a process, right? Right.
I mean, the reality of medical malpractice litigation, whether you're in the federal courts or whether you're in the state courts, it doesn't matter. Medical malpractice cases are complex and they take a lot of time. For example, right now, we represent a total of 30 victims of Dr. Hammersley, and we're having to have those cases analyzed by an expert witness, which is, that many cases. That's a very daunting task to go through thousands of pages of medical records. So these cases take a while, but what's encouraging is we are moving those cases through the federal court system. We hope to get a significant percentage of those cases resolved here, hopefully in the next 12 months, and try to get some justice for these veterans who, trusted the VA to provide quality medical care.
This case, I believe, too, is another example, too, of how, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is it the case in medical malpractice that it's not usually just a single instance? In Dr. Hammersley's case, there were you have multiple cases against Dr. Hammersley.
One of the interesting things that's sort of come out since we've gotten involved in this case is the fact that the government, the VA itself, did a very comprehensive investigation of Dr. Hammersley's care. And we've gotten our hands on some of those documents, and they analyzed over 400 surgical cases that were done by Dr. Hammersley. And they determined that, I believe the figure was somewhere around 125 or 130 of those surgical cases were below the standard of care. That's sort of the test. Was it in compliance with the standard of care? So, I have to give the VA credit that they very aggressively had these cases analyzed by other pediatrists to determine whether Dr. Hammersley met the standard of care.
If somebody believes there has been an instance of medical malpractice, they have any questions, it's just as simple as calling you to start the conversation, right?
Yep, that's what we do.
It's that easy. Just give them a call today. They'll at least talk you through it. If you don't know, we don't know. They're the experts, we're not. So just give them a call today, 420-3137, and let them talk you through it. It's better to know the answer than to wonder if indeed that was the case. We'll be right back.